Cancer, this is Joanna from Tarot with Joanna, here to do another reading. Hello, hello, hello. So Cancer, in today's reading, I'm going to give you two of the Denise Lynn Oracle cards, do your reading, and then clarify it. So also wanted to let you know that I do have a Facebook group. It's called Tarot with Joanna. So if you are interested in seeing it or being there, I do readings. We do live readings like every other Wednesday. So hope to see you there. Also, if you would like, if you're interested in a personal reading, don't forget to comment or email me, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. All right, so Cancer, let's get to it. See what's going on in your reading. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Cancer. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. All right, Cancer. Let's see. Two cards for Cancer for their highest good. One more card. So you have in the flow, everything is smooth sailing. Wow, that's nice. It even has that Christmassy feel, you know, like Santa Claus, Mrs. Claus, just doing everything she needs to do in the Christmas season. Everything's falling into place for you. Cancer, so that's beautiful. You also have valiant courage. Take action with passion. So definitely it's time to take action on the dreams that you want to create and do. Put your dreams out there. Put your projects out there. It's time to start it because I feel like you're going to be very successful. Nice. Very nice. All right. So let me see, which ones do I want to use? All right. So Cancer, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Cancer. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. All right. Let's do this. One for the current. One for the situation. One for the past or now, for what's hidden. One for the hopes and the fears. What you need to do now. What you need to work on. Thank you. And the outcome. Okay. Wow. Very nice. And at the end of the tarot deck, you did get the Page of Pentacles. So definitely trying to learn something new. I feel like there's going to be messages coming through for you also. And I also feel like there is financial opportunities around you. Wow, you are really wanting something new here. Try to pace yourself, okay? Like really try to take it easy and try not to rush into everything. Also feel like, because you could be very spontaneous, like feeling like you want to do anything, I'll just do it, you know, like screw it, I'll just do it, like that kind of thing. So really be careful on how you're doing things. Also feel like you are definitely moving towards better times, and I feel like all your hard work and efforts are going to be pay off. That's very nice. I like that. Wow. Okay. So let's see what's going on for you, Cancer. Take what resonates with you, Cancer, and definitely leave the rest. Okay, let me see if I could get this all in here. All right. So so you do have you start off with the Six of Cups, which is very nice. Very, very nice. You are definitely leaving some. Oh no, this is a Six of Cups. Okay, so the Six of Cups is nice. It's also about healing, going through a healing. I feel like you have been very nostalgic about things, about everything that's been going on in your life, thinking about the past. Try not to stay there. Okay. Also feel like you're just like thinking about childhood memories, or also people that have passed, and definitely reminiscing of the past. Excuse me. You have the Six of Wands here. The Six of Wands in this situation is talking about, you know, I feel like you really want that success. I feel like you really want that success. I feel like you're really, you know, you're just like striving for it. Like you just want to be successful and just do everything that you need to do to make yourself successful. Wow. Okay, that is nice. We'll see what the other cards say, because that is a card of success, and it is in a situation. So, and I feel like you really are trying very hard to be successful. You have the Queen of Wands here. The Queen of Wands is talking about that you are in the past or now. For you not to let anybody take your light away from you. Like really be the light, you know, stop caring so much about what other people do, what other people say. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Just do you, okay? You do have the Five of Pentacles here. The Five of Pentacles is talking about You know, maybe you could be feeling down, very disappointed, or even just alone. Sometimes you feel alone or isolated. Wow, okay. I also feel like at times you feel like you're not going to have enough for things, also. So let's see, okay. You also have the King of Wands here. King of Wands says that you're an entrepreneur. You know how you're you go and do things that you need to do. You know, you really have a lot of insight, but you also need to start taking care of things, start putting things in order, like start taking care of things that are going on around you, things that you need to deal with. You need to start doing that also. And what you need to work on is these Ace of Pentacles. Really look at your finances, you guys. Really pay attention to all that. I also feel like with your finances that there is something here about it coming in. So we'll see. You are definitely on the right path. You're not gonna, it's not like you don't belong here. You are. Wherever you're at is where you need to be, is where you're supposed to be. I do feel like there is financial opportunities, or you're dealing with some kind of financial situation. Really look at your finances. You have the Judgment card here for the outcome. The Judgment is talking about, you know, change, you know, a do-over, you know. Like you're going through a judgment, right? But it's more about like, you know, you're not the same person anymore. You're really trying to do things differently and not the same way like you used to. And they're asking you, if you're not doing that, to try to do that, okay? So let's see, Cancer, what's going on for you. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Cancer. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. All right, here we go. Why is the Six of Cups here for Cancer? This is for Cancer. Take what resonates with you, Cancer, and leave the rest. This is for Cancer. One more card. Interesting. All right. So, wow. Wow. Okay. Okay. You do have the Seven of Swords, and you have the King of Pentacles here, and you also have the Six of Cups. Okay, so maybe in the past there was something going on, because when the Seven of Swords shows up, when the Seven of Swords shows up, there is some kind of like, there's something about that you got away with something, you were trying to get away with something. I feel like, you know, maybe it was in the past, or maybe you're thinking about something that has happened to you that, you know, you feel like you were betrayed, or somebody did you wrong, or, you know, something was going on. And it could have been anything. Could have been cheating. Could have been somebody was two-facing you, or, you know, lied to you, or, you know, it could have been anything. But I feel like you're holding on to it. And I feel like, and I feel also too that it could have been about your finances. Like some kind of trickery, you know, some kind of tricking, you know, that they took your money away from you, or they, you know, they just took your money away and you're just mad, very mad. And I feel like you're still holding on to that. And I feel like, if it hasn't happened yet, it's going to, like something there is there. Okay. So really, really be careful with that. But I feel like, you know, you need to try to let that go, because you hold on to it very dearly. And it's really time to let it go, because, you know, you are very successful. You know, you know how to, you're an entrepreneur, you know how to make wise decisions, you know how to make the finances, you know how to do all that. But if something like that has happened, you know, try to just let it go, because it's not worth, you know, harping on it, or staying in it. Okay. Because you don't need to. Wow, interesting. And I also feel like you're successful, you know, and you can do anything you want to. So just try to leave that behind. You have the Six of Wands here, and why is the Six of Wands here for Cancer? From a card. Wow. Okay. Okay. So, so you are definitely have the Six of Wands here, and I feel like you know, you want that success in what you're doing, you know, regardless in what it is. You know, I feel like you are going to be recognized for all your hard work. And I feel like, you know, you're trying very hard to be successful. You're coming up with all these ideas. I also feel like you're looking at everything, you know, reviewing everything, trying to figure out how to make more money, trying to establish yourself, creating that strong foundation for you. And I feel like you're making a lot of decisions, but I feel like you're doing them very quickly, and I feel like you need to stop and slow down. Okay, try not to rush anything on anything, especially your career or whatever it is that because I feel like you want that success, right? You want that success, but you want that money to come in, but you're like really making very quick decisions, and I feel like you need to slow down. I also feel like there is going to be some kind of important messages coming in, and I feel like things are going to change for you. I don't feel like it's going to be in a bad way. I just feel like you need to really be careful on how you're making your decisions because it is in the situation. Try not to move really quick on things, okay? And I feel like with the Queen of Wands here, definitely there's this whole subject here. I feel like you need to really stop, not care about anybody. Like stop caring so much about this or that or gossiping or anything like that, or even just, how come they have it and I don't kind of thing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You be your own light. You find your own strength. You find your own courage to keep moving. Because the Queen of Wands, she's very strong-willed. She don't care. She doesn't care who or what does. She does her own thing, and that's what you need to do. And this is now. You have the Five of Pentacles up here for the what's hidden, and why is the Five of Pentacles here on the card? Wow. So you do have the Five of Pentacles, and like I said, you could be feeling like you're not having enough money. You could also be feeling like you're disappointed, or even just like alone, like being alone, isolated, always being alone, I feel like it's just temporary and it's not going to be forever. I feel like there is a new path here because you do have the Ace of Wands here. I feel like you're going to be very inspired very soon. I feel like things are going to change for you. I feel like the old is leaving and the new experiences are going to start coming in. Okay. And they're also saying that, with the Page of Cups here, they're also saying, really, really be determined on your dreams, because I feel like you need to start working on them and putting them out there. Because you do have the Page of Cups here. Trust what you're feeling about things. Really trust yourself on everything. Trust your intuition. I feel like new opportunities coming in. I feel like there's intuitive messages here also. Like when you're asleep at night and you have this dream, and you got to remember it. Really try to remember it, because there are intuitive messages coming in and also regular messages coming in. So be ready for that. Be persistent in what you want to create and do. Okay. I feel like you just need to be persistent, because you do have this card here that says, put your dreams to work, put your ideas out there, because not only do you have that card, but you have the Ace of Wands, and you're going to be very inspired. It's like, yes, I'm going to go do this, I'm going to go do that, but really take it easy in how you're doing things. You have the Ten of Wands here for Cancer, and why is the Ten of Wands here for Cancer? And the hopes and the fears. Wow, very nice, you guys, very, very nice. I feel like you're very overwhelmed with everything that's going on with the Ten of Wands here. And we all are. Christmas is here. The holidays are here. It's like we can't get away. We can't even catch a break sometimes, because you got to go do this. You got to go do that. And it's just constant on. I feel like you need to really set boundaries, though. Okay, really set boundaries for yourself. I feel like also too that you're very tired and it's time to rest now. Okay. Take it easy. Rest. You do have the World card here and the Sun card. So, my goodness, good things are coming in for you, Cancer. With the World card here, I feel like, you're achieving a lot. You've achieved a lot. You've done a lot. There's a lot of success here. Even though you think that you haven't succeeded in anything, you have. I also feel like with the World card that there is this new cycle coming in with new experiences that are going to come through for you, because not only do you have that card, but you have the Sun card here. The Sun card is like the best card in tarot deck. It's happy. There's happiness, there's joy, there's youth, there's light here. Be the light, see the light in everything, be positive in everything. They don't want you to be overburdened, that so tired that you're not seeing all the good and things that are happening around you. They want you to see everything, because this is a happy time right now, because you're starting a new cycle. There's positive things coming in, there's new change coming through. Wow, it's beautiful. You have the King of Wands up here, and why is the King of Wands here for what you need to do now? One more card. Wow, look at that. You got that's that new cycle coming in very soon. Um, you do have the King of Wands here. I feel like you need to put things in order because you know you're an entrepreneur. You know it's time to start your business, your dreams, whatever it is, your projects. It's time to put them out there. If you can't put them out there, then start working on them. Do the legwork because it's time. Okay, because you're going to be successful. I feel like you know how to do things. You're very smart. You're very strong-willed. You just know how to go out there and do the things that you want. Um, you also have the Knight of Wands here, and the Knight of Wands is talking about, um, oh, excuse me. The Knight of Wands is talking about, really be careful on how you're doing things. Try not to move fast. I also feel like you're very spontaneous, like you're ready to try new things. You're wanting to try new things. You see this person and they're dressed up in this outfit, right? It's not something they would normally do, but they're trying it because they're spontaneous. They're like, hey, you know what? I'm going to try something new. That's you. That's something that you need to do. Okay. Also feel like with the Ace of Cups here, I feel with the Ace of Cups that you are in your emotions a lot. You're feeling a lot. I feel like you need to value yourself and your worth. I also feel like I feel like your emotions are going to be very emotionally renewed. Like, you're going to start feeling happy. You're not going to be sad anymore. Things are going to get better because you have a lot of beautiful cards here that say, things are going towards positive here. If you would only look and see, I feel like there's somebody new coming in for those that don't have anybody. I feel like there's a new person arriving very soon. And I feel like you're opening up your heart, to happiness, to compassion, stuff like that. I feel like good things are coming in and you're going to be very emotionally happy. Very nice. You have the Ace of Pentacles. And why is the Ace of Pentacles here? For Cancer. Wow. Okay. So you do have the Ace of Pentacles. And like I said, this is where you're supposed to be at. Okay. This is the path that you're supposed to be on. So if you think you're not, you are. I feel like you need to watch your finances closely. Really watch your finances, you guys. Okay. I feel with the Three of Cups here also that I feel like you need to be around people that will lift you up, that to get you out of this Five of Pentacles, this feeling down. I feel like you need to just really be around people that, that will lift you up. I also feel like you're going to be together, getting with people to celebrate things. I feel like also too that you have a lot of support around you, whether you think so or not. With the King of Wands here, I feel like with the King of Wands, also you have a lot of kings here, by the way. With the King of Wands, I feel like you're going to have success. Okay, but start putting things in order. It's time for you to start putting things in order because not only did you get it here, you got it over here. Okay, and it's time. Like anything that you haven't been dealing with, it's time to start dealing with it. Okay, it's time to organize your home. It's time to get on that new healthy diet. It's time to get better sleep. Stuff like that. Put things in order. Okay. And then you have the Judgment card here. And why is a Judgment card here for Cancer? Wow. All right. So things are going to change for you, definitely. You are changing slowly. You're not the same person that you used to be. You're not that people pleaser anymore. You are changing all the way around. You could be anything. You're just not doing the same patterns over and over again, which is really nice. I like that. Things are changing for you. Find your strength and learn from the past. Okay, like use the past to like lessons. Okay, try to find your strength and your courage to continue to keep going forward. Okay, no matter what, even if it seems like, oh, nothing's happening, keep your faith, believe that everything will happen. Okay, because everything's going to go with the flow. You have this card and it says everything is smooth sailing. So everything's going to fall into place for you, whether you believe it or not, but you need to believe. And the Magician is here. And like I said, the Magician, you create the world around you. You create the world that's positive. If you're going to think positive, it's going to be positive. If you're going to be negative, and you're going to have negative people around you, then you're going to be angry and you're going to be negative. Okay, so really, really look at that. Remember that you have all the tools to manifest what you want, and you do. But, really look at that. You know, it's how we think, it's how we're doing, because we're manifesting a lot now. Anything that we think, if we think negative, we're going to get negative right back to us. So just remember that. You know, think positive in everything, you guys. Don't give up on anything. Take care of yourself. You know, be the light, see the light in everything also. All right, so Cancer, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. God bless.